Oh yeah, well, I know that you worked one of the most difficult jobs that exist today, but, but, but you should be fucking grateful, you fucking bitch. And you're a whore. I didn't know you were a stripper. Now I can call you a whore. Legally, I can call you a whore because that's what you are. That's what you are, actually. Uh-huh. During a poker tournament, Ethan Klein was caught browsing a snark subreddit, or I miss the old iDubbbz, I guess a subreddit, zooming in on an image of Anissa Joma and then saving the photo. He can't go more than a day without snarking. In the same night, he called a woman a prostitute while standing only a few feet from her. Insanely creepy, but also he can no longer claim to be anti-snark. He can no longer claim to never think about Ian because he's irrelevant. His ops run his life.
Congratulations to the Ecklers.
We're ready for
Expected
either
baby
one.
number one.
Oh, everything's neutral.
God, yeah.
Got both names ready. Yeah. Yep.
Computer enhance.
So hopefully find out in a week or
Congratulations
so,
to the
yeah.
Okay, so you can see it's a photo of Anissa, and it's on this like snark subreddit.
We're ready for
Expected
either
baby
one.
number one.
Oh, everything's neutral.
God, yeah.
Got both names ready.
And he clicks it. And then he screenshots it. And crops it out. Oh my god, dude. And I know what all of you are thinking, like, oh my god, that's fucking creepy and weird and awful. First of all, like, why are you snarking in public? Like, if you're gonna snark, at least do it in private, like a normal person. Jesus, at least have some shame. But more importantly, I guess the rules on this table are kind of lax because I thought you couldn't have your phone out in poker tables. But then, even worse than that, it gets worse. Do you want to know? Do you want to see what he screenshotted? Whatever you think he screenshotted, it's worse. Cropping out the subreddit name so that he can pretend to not be snark to his dumbfuck audience. Yes. Let me pull it up. Hold up. This is the post that he screenshotted. Lisa talking about getting laser hair removal. Dude, how are you getting caught screenshotting this on in 4K? Dude, stop! Of all the things to screenshot, of all of the things to screenshot, this is the one? This is the one? Painless, how, share? I know, like, low Kirkuinly, I'm actually kind of curious. How can it be painless? That shit is not painless. But Denims, this is hugely important. Maybe he needs his pussy hair lasered? Oh. Oh, and he was like saving it to figure out how to get his pussy hair lasered. Oh, that's actually valid. That's real. That's real. That's real. You ever like be Ethan Klein? Ever be Creepy Klein and you take out your phone during a poker table that's being live streamed and then you start scrolling a snark subreddit about iDubbbz?
Congratulations to the Ecklers.
We're ready for either one.
And then you screenshot a post about his wife talking about getting her pussy hair lasered. You ever do that? You ever do that? You ever do that? Oh my god. Dude. Can't say that I have. Yeah. This is what people mean when they talk about a bizarre psychosexual relationship that Ethan Klein has with his people that he hates. Incoming new tattoo to cover this event. I'd even explain this to a normal person. Well, you see, evil Anissa. It needs to be studied. That's what I'm saying. No, it was totally a meme for later, not for something else. Mm-hmm. How many of Hassan's freshly shaved chest pics does he save? Dude, you know he's saving every single one. He's saving every single one. I want to pull up that one Amon animation part where it's like, I don't have it saved. Where it's like, oh, how is this okay? Why is this okay? Let me pull it up. This really is cinema.
Yes.
This part, wait. I think it was here, yeah.
Stop watching himself.
I don't want to think about that, man.
Think about it.
Hassan dropped new merch today, guys. What a dumb, cringy fucking tryhard. Please, can we just all point, make a circle around him and point and laugh? Can we please just fucking point and laugh at him? And why is this? Why do we allow this?
Why do we allow this? Why? Won't someone please do something about this? Please. You don't understand. None of my enemies should be allowed to continue to exist. I should be able to harass them until they stop posting They shouldn't win. I should only win. What the hell? Someone fucking do something about the Pitussi. What the hell? He also called a woman a prostitute at the gambling event as well. Yeah, I saw that. And then she posted about it and said, like, okay, rude, disrespectful. I'm not, but okay. You're a weirdo and a freak. Why is this behavior actually allowed? See this? Here it is. The woman Ethan Klein called a prostitute has responded. Her name is Lika O. Think he'll be invited back to Celebrity Poker Tour. Publicly calling a woman a prostitute because of what she wears or where she's from is unacceptable. A man who speaks about women this way says a lot about himself.
I don't want to be rude, but I'm pretty sure she's a prostitute, and I really don't want to say that. But I mean, like, we're in Vegas.
That's
No,
not
I
right.
mean, I'm serious. Yes.
She was
No, I
playing
don't
she was playing at CPT.
Yeah.
I don't think
I know Ethan Klein might struggle with emotions on faces, but this is an emotion of disgust. Me, when I'm a normal human being and I show up to a poker event and immediately start calling the other people at the table prostitutes. Oh, okay.
she was.
No, she was, bro.
She was.
You're very wrong.
Oh, she's.
Yeah, don't
Oh,
say
she's
that.
right there. Well, okay. I apologize then. That was rude.
That's not right.
Well, I didn't say it to her. Luckily, she didn't hear me.
Luckily, she didn't hear me. Luckily, she didn't hear me. You know, you could also just try to be a normal human being and not call women prostitutes and have a strong desire to do. Okay, I mean, sure, man. If you don't want to do that, that's also fine. People will just dislike you, and then you can call them anti-Semitic. Incoming 15 stories about how this woman is actually anti-Semitic.
No, but we're in Vegas, and everything was saying that. I shouldn't have said that.
We're in Vegas, and everything was saying that. Me when I'm an English major. Classic English majors be like, everything was saying that. Classic. Dog, she's right there. What the fuck? It's like, oh, you get it? Like, the butt of the joke is that I'm degrading her for dressing in a way that I view as being too sexually provocative. Do you get it? You don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't get it. You don't hate women enough like I do. The joke is that I'm a misogynist. That's the joke. Yeah. This kind of is giving. Did you guys see this one? It was such a long time ago. He also insinuated that she's a Russian oligarch too for some reason. What? Why?
I've heard that there's no gay people in Russia. Is that true?
Gay people are everywhere.
They're everywhere. Right. Okay.
All right.
I want to say this for Galia. We're gonna find Putin. We're gonna drone him.
Does she?
Dude, someone should ask Ethan Klein at one of these events. Someone else should get the mic and say, I heard that gay people can't get married in Israel. Is that true? Just so you know, it is true. You want to say? You want to say anything? Okay.
Need help? This woman?
What?
The drones will find Putin.
Привет, как дела?
Yes. What did that mean?
That just means like
It means like he's
yes.
hot.
He's rich too. I don't know if you know that.
Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. I just want you guys to know that this is peak. Dare I argue that it's in the vein of projection? Oh yeah, well just so you know, he's also rich, which I bet whores like you like, right? Right.
Come on.
It's not about money.
Here, I'm rich too.
It's not about money.
Trust me. This guy's got.
For his grandma, mom.
Is that right? Where do you?
But I
Where does?
want you to do
where do
that.
you
But to have that, I appreciate that. But money doesn't make you.
I have a restaurant in Los Angeles.
Really?
I'm a founder of Miss Russia. I have a lot of things.
You're.
Ethan Klein can't imagine someone actually liking or enjoying somebody else's company without using money. You know, given the whole he has to pay all of his friends to show up on a podcast with him.
Founder of Miss Russia. Are you an oligarch?
Ah?
Are you like an oligarch?
Oh, what is that?
Like the high society in Russia?
High society.
High society.
It's like Putin's buddies.
Why are you talking
It's
about?
like Putin's body.
I don't know. He brought it up. He's the one who started
He
talking
said
about Putin.
Body.
I'm an American citizen. I live here for 20 years.
Okay,
I
good.
don't want to talk shit about.
Good,
Putin.
good, good, good.
He's a figure to recognize.
Pootie hole?
Vladimir Putin.
Can we call him Pootie hole?
God, it's so uncomfortable. Classic comedy when you make everyone around you uncomfortable and no one is laughing. Listen, I understand making like a poop joke or like a fart joke or like a butt joke every once in a while. I do it sometimes. But why does it feel like the only thing that he ever goes to is just like poop jokes? Why is that the only why is that the only thing that he goes to? Quick, I'm flailing. Quick, what do I do? Pooty hole. What about that? What about the writer's thinly disguised fetish?
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Can't call him pooty hole. This is disgusting.
Sorry, I just peeped. This is the most. I'm sorry for squeaking. I just peeped. The way that these people are dressed, like good drip. And then there's the guy who's making 12-year-old poop jokes, who's also dressed like a 12-year-old in the color block adult toddler fashion. Just. This is cinema on its own. No notes, please. Keep it up, Ethan. Great job. Hey, his wife made that shirt for him, okay? True. Will Pedo Troll address this at all? He'll probably address somebody else addressing it and then say like, oh yeah, well her camera was too big. Anyways, and that's probably as far as he'll go. Sort of similar to like it is very funny that like Ethan Klein tried to project really hard about like self-owns when he is like the man who walks into rakes every day. That's just his job is to walk into rakes. I think he actually genuinely doesn't know that the reason that people ever started watching him was that he was a fucking idiot, and that's why people liked it, because they were like, oh, this guy's our idiot.
Shut up, socialist.
Roll up, thank you so much for the 10 gift subs. And then he started to like delude himself into thinking that people liked watching him because he was this like intellectual juggernaut, but nobody's ever watched Ethan Klein. Nobody who's ever been a fan of Ethan Klein has watched him because they're like, oh, this guy, he knows everything in the world. This guy's basically a human encyclopedia. This guy, that's why I watch him. He used to make fun of himself and now he's physically incapable of doing it. It's very sad and pathetic. But like the reason why I bring up I brought up what I did was because it is not the iconic Vanilla Mace making fun of Teddy Fresh merch clip, but there's a different Vanilla Mace clip where Ethan Klein is like reacting to it or watching it or something, and then he's like, he says that she's just like a fake socialist that's never had a job. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like it truly. I think in his world, he thinks that misogynist only means when you hate women. And he doesn't realize that it means that you view women in a lens that is derogatory or in a lens that is harmful to women. And you enjoy making jokes or you enjoy participating in a society that makes jokes at women's expense and feed into the same exact tropes over and over and over again. Like, oh, woman. Well, I feel like I have to show the clip before I talk about it, because I feel like it on its own is fucking hilarious. But no, now it means you ask the woman you hired to say the B word for you. Well, if anyone knows what clip I'm talking about, you guys can send it, but I don't think I can find it. What's this one?
She appears to have lost her eyebrows.
She looks like you.
I was gonna say, she looks like you when you shaved your eyebrows.
Right. But there's just a lot going on here.
She's got those same hamburger eyes, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well said. Well said, Dan.
How to do the hamburger.
With your meat, with your dick and balls. Anyway, here it is.
So easy. It's so easy. Someone said, girl, please, this is one of the easiest jobs out there.
Yes.
Oh, this is bad.
This is the clip. Yes, this is it. Okay, cool. Please.
Sign when you start arguing with your audience who's like... Okay.
She's about to educate some people.
Go live right now.
Famously, Ethan Klein has never argued with his audience ever.
Go live, sweetie.
Go live right now. And I'll send everyone over to your stream, actually.
Ooh, go live.
Also, this is Vanilla Mace's entire character. Her character from day one has always been kind of, it sucks that he's tried to reclaim the word snark, but like snarky and cunty.
Live, sweetie.
I'll send everyone else. I'll send everyone there. Let's come on. Go on. Come on. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Go do it. Go ahead.
He's clearly joking. Did you consider that I'm a misogynist and women can't be joking because women can't be funny? Checkmate, liberal.
And also, too, what kills me is when people be like, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Ethan Klein's like, I don't get it. She's not talking about poop, which means she can't be making a joke, which means she's being serious.
And I'm like, but the real, let's wake it up, though. Because if a lot of you sat in front of a, not you guys are funny, but the people that be talking shit, if some of you sat in front of a computer and had to talk for 6 hours, nobody would stay and watch because you'd be boring. Because it would be yawn fest.
I mean, straight up, you guys see the chatters, the haters that I pull up? These people can't come up with a single funny insult. Like, they literally can't. Like, they give up at a certain point. They have whore, and that's it. And they're like, well, I don't know. Oh, slut. Okay. Oh, sheep. All right. It's like, dude, that's it. That's all you got. Nothing else. Nothing else. Okay.
So, like, I'm sorry, but you gotta be like, you know, a little bit entertaining on this bitch. So, it's really not that easy.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this girl stinks.
Jesus.
So she's doing the same thing as Hassan's like. Now here's where I don't think there's many influencers who do this full time who have like found success online, who worked in the workforce for a significant amount of time.
It is funny that all of the Ethan Klein like self-owned comments were completely projection, because please watch the massive rake, the like CTE inducing rake he's about to walk into.
I think I'm one of the few to claim that. Just because I'm older than most. I worked for 5 years full time in a soul crushing, grinding job that I hated going to. You know, before that, I did all the kind of menial kind of office jobs that you do. But those are even different. Like the jobs you do to get by when you're in like college and younger, they don't have any fucking clue what they're talking about. This is the.
I don't want to interrupt it because it's such a colossal rake that's so funny on its own. My interruptions only ruin the rake. Also, wow, you worked 5 years. A difficult office job. Okay. So have I. You won't see me fucking complaining about that shit.
Best job ever. This is the easiest job ever. There's a difference between easy and good. Like you have to have a specific talent.
The reality is the Vanilla Mace clip, and every single time streamers talk about it, is talking about a very specific phenomenon that comes with being an entertainer in some way. And Vanilla Mace is very entertaining. Like she dials her personality up to 10. I mean, and a lot of content creators are like this, where their personality is dialed up to 10 and they feel like they have to be entertaining the entire time. And if they're not entertaining the entire time, they're like failing. Like I've spoke to streamers that have told me that they didn't want to get on medication for X, Y, or Z thing because they felt like it would make their stream less entertaining. Like that's an extreme, obviously, but this is across the board true for just like streamers in general. They feel like they want to be at like the really great performers. They want to be dialed to 10 all the time because they want to be the maximum amount of entertaining. Because they feel like if they're not entertaining, they won't have their viewership or they won't have people that like them. Whereas the really nice thing about like office jobs, and I've always said this, in my opinion, first of all, put physical jobs in a completely different category than like predominantly physical and manual labor jobs are almost their own type of category of work because they're so draining in such a specific way. And you guys already know my position on physical jobs, on like manual labor jobs. I do think if you work like a manual labor job for the majority of your life, you should be able to retire 10 years sooner because your body literally can't do physical labor for that long. Your brain can do office work basically your whole life because you're just using your brain and your whole life is just using your brain, hopefully. But you should retire sooner if you do a predominantly physical manual labor job because again, your body literally can't take the strain. Like your back, your legs, your shoulders. So that's you guys already know my position. So put that group aside for one moment. Then we have jobs that are, I think, socially exhausting and jobs that are mentally exhausting. And in my opinion, the worst of the worst is like customer service and food service because you get none of the benefits of jobs that are very social and that require a lot of social labor and emotional labor, and you get all of the negatives. Like literally all of the negatives. You have to deal with annoying customers that will like scream at you in your face. You have to potentially deal with shitty coworkers. You probably are going to deal with like a shitty boss unless you're really lucky. And you get paid pretty garbage or worse, you work on commission. And having worked on commission fucking blow. Commission is like it's so heinous. I don't know how to describe it. It's like an evil entity. You know, in like, okay, so I recently watched the Chainsaw Man movie, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to say, you know how like the devils or whatever are based on things that people fear. And so like, there's like the bomb devil, and it's really strong because people are really afraid of bombs or whatever. That's me with commissions. In my universe, the commission devil is like the strongest devil because anyone who is working on commission, you are so brave. You are so brave. It is so fucking, it's just like, it is literally like the worst of the worst. That's just my perspective. That's my opinion. If you disagree and you love your commission work, I'm happy for you. But, you know, insurance devil for me. After church, not gonna tip old white lady devil. Stop. Commission only is why I can afford to live on my own and my boss is literally a multimillionaire but refuses to pay us base salary. Yeah, well, because it kind of like, the problem with commission, in my opinion, is that it forces you to work way harder and put in the labor that your boss is too lazy to put in, but they're still the ones making all the profit. Like, they're the ones that are benefiting the most from you sitting there treating their business like it's your business. But you don't get any of the benefits of that. Like, you get paid a little bit more, but like most of the time it's just gonna, you'll get paid a little bit more than if you were on base salary if you overperform. And I have watched people like drain themselves completely working commission jobs where they're just putting in their whole like everything into trying to get, yeah, I can't. Commission is the dangling carrot of meritocracy. That's my opinion. If you like commission and you think it's great and you love your commission work, I'm happy for you. Great for you. I hated working commission. It was terrible. I hated it so much. So I've always said, out of ignoring manual labor jobs, because my opinion on manual labor jobs is that those people should retire 10 to 15 years sooner than anyone who isn't working manual labor, because your body literally can't take the stress of a manual labor job the same way that you can take the stress of like sitting on a computer and like doing like writing emails and whatever. That's there. And then in terms of mental and like emotional labor, service work is like the worst. Because again, you get none of the positives, like maybe getting paid a lot of money, maybe being able to work your own hours, whatever collection of items that you want to put into emotional labor. And you get all the negatives. You have to deal with annoying customers. You have to deal with potentially shitty coworkers, which I've had. You have to deal with shitty bosses, which I've had. And you get paid garbage. So it's like, it's literally like the worst of the worst. And there's no dignity. This is the other thing too, because the last time I talked about this, people were like, are you crazy? Customer service jobs are not the hardest. It's like nurses. And it's like, the problem is, I'm not claiming that being a nurse is easy. It's that there's no dignity with the job of like working a customer service or a food service job. In fact, people, especially in the United States, place so little dignity and there's so little value that everyone is constantly arguing why you should get paid less and why you should be treated worse. It's like the scariest thing that can happen to you is becoming a McDonald's like burger flipper or whatever. You still get social like credit. I don't know how you would describe it. I don't know. I'm sure that sociologists have broken these terms down in like more accurate ways. But there is no social value in America that is prominent with people who have to work service jobs. Lowest paying job, worst respect, and no benefits. Whereas I would like to think the majority of people respect nurses. Like, whether they treat nurses with respect when they're the ones being nursed is a separate story. We all agree nurses are important and they should get paid well. There is social prestige with being a nurse. Customer service, you are on like the lowest social rung. And everyone is most Americans are constantly trying to justify why you should get paid less, why you deserve less rights, and why they should be able to scream at you because the item they want isn't in stock. So that's why I say what I say. And not to claim that other jobs are easy, obviously. Not to claim that like being a nurse is easy. Being a nurse is, I'm sure, very difficult. They work like obscene hours. And like it's kind of a high stress field. Well, not even kind of, it is a high stress field. Same thing with like any other, but at least potentially you might get a good union and you might get okay pay or decent pay. And at the very least in society, you are still working a respectable profession. You don't show up to Thanksgiving dinner and your family's like, oh, you're still a McDonald's burger flipper, huh? It's like, oh, you're a nurse. Oh, that's good. That's good. So there's like social respect that comes with it. That's like, at least there's that. There's nothing with the people who like have to do some of the most difficult jobs, like dealing with fucking annoying ass customers all fucking day. So I wanted to say that really quickly. Now that I've prefaced all of my opinions, when streamers are talking about streamer things, they're usually talking to their audiences and their communities, and they're not trying to talk to everybody else. When they're talking about the type of labor performance or the type of labor you put into content, that doesn't mean that all the other labor is non-existent. And also, different people will find different work more challenging and more difficult. I know people who would rather break their back like laying tarmac than ever work with customers again, because that's how much they hated working with customers. And I know other people who hate so much sitting in front of a computer doing menial labor, like sitting there sending stupid emails that's like, oh, so true, this quarter is going to be crazy, and showing up to dumb fuck meetings, that they would work like a job that actually is exciting, maybe more difficult and challenging, but actually exciting. So different work is going to be different levels of difficult for different people. And so when like someone like Vanilla Mace is saying like, yeah, this shit is like difficult, technical difficulty and how rewarding work are different metrics. Service work, like working food service, is difficult and not rewarding. It's draining, it's difficult, and it's not rewarding. Not rewarding emotionally, not rewarding financially. Content creation can be a different form of difficult, or like live streaming can be a different form of difficult, but it's rewarding. It doesn't magically take away the fact that it's rewarding. It just also means that like you are still performing, right? You can't convince me that an office job where you have to use your brain won't kill Nick Shirley. Stop. Lifelong bartender here, now woodworker. I will die under a bridge with my tools in my hand before I shake another espresso martini. Oh my God. What's interesting is I know people who worked bartending jobs and they were like, and now they work other jobs and they're like, oh, I sometimes wish I could go back to bartending. It was kind of like fun, just talking to people and like, just, I don't know, some part of it was fun. So, and I will say, like, even though I had to do these like obscene 12-hour shifts at my office job, most of my office job, it didn't really matter how awake, how tired I was, and like what I did at my job, as long as the work got done. As long as the work got done, my boss kind of like didn't care. And that was dope, that I could show up fucking exhausted, tired because I got no sleep, and I can be like a zombie. And all I have to do is like be on the clock and like get my work done. Like I got to send out whatever emails, I got to get the like mail mergers done, I got to make all the calls that I got to get done. And I can just be like, I can be barely a human being, and that's dope. Whereas with like, for example, streaming, you don't want to be just like a zombie. You want to like, because, and I think this is partly because it's so rewarding, you want to be there 110%. Like, you don't want to be there. Like, I was so upset yesterday. I woke up like on the wrong side of bed. I was like missing like a few hours of sleep, and I was like upset. I was like, damn, I'm not as like on it today. That doesn't mean it's like the most difficult work ever, but watch Ethan Klein here explain how working a real job is so hard. And Vanilla Mace has never worked a real job. Also, someone linked this saying it's a H3 post where someone asked him from 11 years ago, what did you do before YouTube? I was a marketing student. I was the marketing director for some gambling related companies during my time in Israel. Very shady business. But in Israel, that's about all the work you can get as an English speaker, and it paid well enough. We were doing videos as a hobby for the first 4 years. That's amazing.
Please, to be able to do this, that doesn't mean it's like hard. Because I don't wake up every day.
The thing is, again, it's a misunderstanding about what the word hard means here, or what the word difficult means here. Some work can be difficult but very rewarding, and some work can be difficult and it's just draining. Like, again, retail, customer service, food service is difficult, draining, and not rewarding at all. I would say streaming, or like content in general, you kind of like, this is the problem. This pause is anti-cement. Sorry. All right. One thing I've noticed personally, and maybe you guys, some of you guys that have tried to, record videos or live stream or whatever, you know what I mean? It's very frustrating and it's very difficult because like you have to spend, I spend all day thinking about content and thinking about what I want to put on content and what videos I want to try and record and how I want to improve this stuff and how I want to make this better. And you kind of just like don't stop thinking about it, which is frustrating. And then I have to like force myself to be like, okay, today I'm not going to think about work at all. But it's so rewarding that it's worth it. Like, it's so rewarding and it's so, the positives are so positive that it's obviously worth it. That doesn't magically make it not effort. You know what I mean? I guess maybe some people content is like really easy and it's not effort, but I don't know.
Hating my fucking life. Or I don't go to bed being like, fuck me, dude, I have to go to work tomorrow. Because I used to do that. And I know how that feels.
It's not easy.
And, it takes these champagne socialists like Vanilla Mace and Hassan Piker to be like, listen, I know you guys out there in the workforce, you think you know? She was a stripper? Like, for real? That was her job before? That's what they're saying in chat?
I'm just reading the chat.
She was a stripper before?
guys don't know what it's like to work a real job, okay? I had to work for a gambling company as a, quote, in Ethan Klein's words, marketing stooge. You don't know what it picks one of the most difficult jobs.
Yeah, so according to this Reddit post, it says that she mentioned it's been a year since she worked in the club.
That doesn't mean she's a stripper.
No, that she was a stripper and dancer for approximately 6 years before pivoting to full-time content creation in 2024, according to a Google search.
Well, okay, that's a different type of work that I don't know.
That's a different type of work that I'm not. I don't. Well, maybe it's different. I don't know. Maybe it's not difficult. I don't know.
What's going on there?
Literally, objectively, one of the most difficult types of work, one of the most difficult jobs you can have, sitting there dealing with literally customers, and it's physically exhausting. You have to, it's a whole ass emotional labor and manual labor in one, and technically, now not literally, but functionally, it's like commission work.
But obviously that comes with different stressors that I'm not familiar with. But what I will say is that you should shut the fuck up and be grateful and not.
Oh yeah, well, I know that you worked one of the most difficult jobs that exist today, but you should be fucking grateful, you fucking bitch. And you're a whore. I didn't know you were a stripper. Now I can call you a whore. Legally, I can call you a whore because that's what you are. That's what you are, actually. Uh-huh. God, dude. Are you speaking from experience? Do you think I would be this socially anxious if I was a stripper? I would either, one of two things would have happened to me if I became a stripper. One, I would have finally become cool and I finally would have had aura. Or two, I would have quit immediately because of the social anxiety, okay? This is why, which honestly, after seeing this clip, I was like, oh, that makes sense why Vanilla Mace is like so extroverted and so, I sound like a fucking loser saying that. This is how you know I didn't work as a stripper, so rambunctious. It's like, she just has so much, she just like fills a room with her personality. Like she's got so much personality. Which makes sense because like, how else do you, if you're a stripper, how else, and you work in a club, how else are you going to distinguish yourself from like the other talent? Oh, you just have a bigger personality than the other people. So yeah, I've dated a stripper once. You need to be that aggressive and social to make money. Well, exactly. That's what I mean, right? Yeah, no, I might have become too powerful if I had become a stripper. Or I would have quit immediately because I would have realized this is so difficult and I'm so stressed.
With your chatters about this being a hard job.
You also don't have to read every comment out loud and make a whole stink about it.
And then they press the button. Is the comedy podcast just like Ethan Klein making himself look like a fucking idiot and then everybody laughing at him? That must be the part of the comedy podcast. And it's definitely not, you know, for sure, man, for sure. Everyone's laughing with you, not at you, man. I was seeing fans of him say that this was reasonable to assume that a woman was a prostitute because of context clues, such as, she's a woman in Vegas, a place known for prostitutes. It's like, uh-huh. Yeah. You know you're on the right side of history when you offended someone by saying that they look like a prostitute, and then you double down and say like, well, what was I supposed to say? You're in Vegas and you're dressed like a fucking whore and a slut, so obviously you gotta be it's like, no, this is when you apologize, man. This is when you all right. No, you're good. You're good, man. You're good. Just keep it up. Great job, Ethan. Keep it up.